Then once you make the product, those products, what materials are you using? Are they biodegradable? Because at the end of the game, those materials will end up in the environment.
Okay.
So are you using biodegradable materials that will make sure that when the consumers use these products, the end results of those products, where do they end? Their end life. Are they in the landfill? Are they in the water bodies? Or what are you doing about them?
Right. And see, this discussion appears to lay a lot of responsibility, not just on the manufacturer, but also on the end user.
Yes.
If we could start with the manufacturer, what is the biggest responsibility for you, for example, in as far as this circular economy is concerned, before we get to the consumer?
Okay. So we have a shared challenge. And this shared challenge is the planetary crisis that we are facing. The major three, that is pollution, biodiversity loss, and also climate change. So as a manufacturer, we are responsible in terms of maintaining and also protecting our environment. So what we need to do as a manufacturer is to make sure that whatever you are doing, your operations, have you embedded sustainability as your core business operating model? Because at the end of it all, what you are using or what end up into the end consumer's hands should be biodegradable and should be a product that will protect their safety as well. So as a business, what we have done, we have come up with a zero waste to landfill policy and also zero harm. So these products that we are making, they should not cause any harm to our end consumers and also to the environment. So in terms of environment, we have the bottles or the cups that, like now we have a cup of water here. So this cup, once you use the water, where does that cup end? Most of it ends into the landfills and water bodies. So what we are doing as manufacturer, as HACO, so what we are doing as HACO is to make sure that the end product or the end of life packaging, we recycle back. We recycle back and we reuse. Then in terms of manufacturing operations, we are making plastics. We have a plastic factory. So as we make this plastic, there are some scraps or offcuts. So instead of throwing these offcuts or instead of converting them to waste and then sending them to Ndandola or to these dumping sites, we recycle back. And how we do it is to integrate. We have online grinders. So in each and every machine, we have an online grinder. So it grinds this scrap and send it back to the process. So you close that loop. So instead of generating waste, you are using that waste into resourceable or a resource that can be reused.
But I'm looking at a situation where manufacturers don't necessarily have that kind of control over the end consumer. What kind of responsibility does a consumer have in ensuring that this loop continues? Because as a consumer, I could decide to do whatever I want with whatever item I've gotten from the manufacturer.
So that's a challenge, but what we are doing as manufacturers is to sensitize the end consumers. And also our end consumers are also more concise on the products that we are making. Plus also now to make sure that that loop is closed, we sensitize these consumers. Like what now we are doing, we are installing bins, correction bins in the chains, so that once you buy our lotion, you use the content, that bottle, instead of it being thrown in the dustbin, you take it to the correction bin. Then that bin, we ourselves will come and correct the bottles, reuse them. Whatever cannot be reused, we grind and reuse. So we are using that mechanism of sensitizing them and also making sure that we create some awareness. Like now the e-waste, even your machine here, at the end of life, you don't know where to take it. So what we have done as HACO, we have also partnered with the WE Center, that is waste for electric and electronic equipment. So we have partnered with them. So all the wastes that even the community surrounding HACO, that they generate, that is a wee waste, which is loaded with a lot of toxic substances like lead and mercury. We have a correction bin. They come and dump it there. We repurpose it and we use it.
Still with the consumer, because the biggest challenge is that some consumers have their own way that they feel they can recycle this. Like for example, if they use a plastic tin or plastic bottle that comes with your product, they may decide to recycle it, use it in a different way, use it to plant flowers. Is this a challenge? Or is it part of the circular economy that you're talking about?
We can also encourage that, let them reuse instead of dumping them to the water bodies and the landfill. But what we are telling them more is give us that bottle back, you get a discount. We incentivize that program. They get a discount so that if you are selling that bottle at 200 shillings and you bring an empty bottle which we are using, then we give you a discount so that that next purchase is less, maybe 20 shillings or 10
How do you effect this discount? Is it through a voucher system, or how do you do it?
We have some points that you can leave.
Okay.
And we are also working with Mr. Green Africa, who is the biggest recycler here in Kenya, and I think Kenya and Central Africa. We are also working, we have partnered, we signed an MOU with them in February this year. So we are also working with them.